You call my mom
Yeah.
a saint, you motherfucker.
Rakdos, because she's got big titties.
Oh my god.
One point for Josh. That's how we'll keep this.
I'll give him a half point.
We don't do halves here, okay? It's either you commit or you don't commit. No
That was an original
halfsies.
joke. That was an original
I'll give
joke.
him 50 out of 100.
JB, we're in
Original
episode.
joke on the fly.
Yeah, we're in the
There's the
hundreds
reason
now.
the bazaar shut down, so
Yeah, we're in the hundreds now. Okay, so like you gotta commit to a decision. You gotta be polarizing. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't believe it, you just gotta yell like you do, like I do.
No,
Soft.
never.
Whatever, baby cakes.
You don't
Baby
know
cakes.
me, bitch.
Yeah, you have to like be demanding. People
Yes.
like the polarizing stances. Look at Stephen A. Smith and what's his other name? Skip Bayless.
Yeah, it's all or nothing. If you're down the middle, you're just a shoe. You know, it's like bowling. If you go down the middle, you suck. But if you do this little spin-a-rooney, people love it. It looks fancy.
People like it when I go straight down the middle, but I
dude,
throw the
that's because
ball
you
like
bowl like a fucking monster, bro. Like this
Yeah, I
man
throw the ball.
slides and then like dick thrusts when he throws the ball, dude. It's
Are
so
you just trying to like
crazy.
be like, look at that? It says 30 miles per hour. You see that?
Yeah, dude, it is. It like one,
You
we
whip
went
it
to
as
another
hard as
one,
you
it's
can.
Like 23 miles an hour or some shit.
Dude,
like
that's
that,
the
and it
right
goes
way to
like
bowl.
80, it goes like 80% down the lane.
Yeah.
Get the lightest ball and then just fucking chuck it.
Dude,
Oh
there's-
no, I do it with like a 14-pound ball.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking terrible.
So yeah, we do like a family dinner or like whatever every Sunday, but we don't do a dinner. We just go bowling every Sunday. And there's this guy that's always at the bowling alley, and he's a big hulking guy, and he throws the ball like not like the standard way, but with his knuckles facing towards like the lane, and the way he, I guess the way he like throws it, it's so fast, but like it's like he whips it as fast as you can. It's kind of like how it sounds like you're doing it, Josh. And the thing is, like, because it's going so fast, it just drives through. So there's no ability for any other pin to go and tag any other pins, and he always ends up with like these splits all over the place. You just
Mine like explodes and it's kind of like cool.
yeah, dude, it makes like the classic like if you need like a sound drop for a bowling alley, like it's so loud, but it's just like it's like what the hell, dude. And he was like, oh, another split. This keeps happening.
Yeah, because you keep bowling the same way.
And then he goes and like whips it again just for the one pin and the luck like and get lucky to see if it like rattles around in the back. It's kind of wild. It's a move.
When I
though.
bowl, I use a 10-pound ball or 10-pound ball, and I like
Weakest.
chuck it down the fucking lane. It doesn't hit the ground till like halfway down.
So I used to be a straight bowler, and then now that I go
And
every
now
Sunday,
you're a gay bowler.
yeah, you can call it that too. I do some spins now because it's just like it's the better way to bowl because then you always get the angle that you need to get a strike.
I like put a curve on it, but it's like pretty straight.
Yeah, I mean bowling is just like geometry, right? You just gotta hit it the same hit the front pin in the same spot. It'll knock all of them down.
Wii bowling taught us that.
Yes. Yeah.
No, there's two spots on the front pin that you can hit because it's the left side and the right side.
Right. No, that's what, my bad. Sorry. Yeah. So either way, it's got to be in that exact spot for the pin to like kick over and then essentially push the rest of them.
Oh my god, so many lands.
It's just like, wow, you're playing a very original deck right now, aren't you?
Cool slime.
I'm playing black red.
I'm
And I'm
still.
getting crushed.
Usually,
by soldiers.
This week was just boring for Magic. There was really nothing going on, so I'm here to talk.
What are you talking about, bro?
There's so much news this week. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
aftermath. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And standard bannings and
Haven't happened yet.
Well, they talked about
Yeah.
how they're going to conduct them.
they're gonna
Yeah,
conduct
it's
them.
once a year with like smaller bands within the year, but those ones will mainly focus on eternal formats.
Mhm.
So I'm going to tell you this right now. I didn't look at all. I didn't listen to that at all. So I'm hoping you guys can speak to it and not pay
I
any
did,
attention to
yeah.
it. So
I mean, I was playing Marvel Snap on my phone while watching it, but
whatever.
I have been watching
I'm going
it.
to let you lead it, dude, because I am.
it wasn't anything like all the questions were the same thing. Like, why a 3-year switch? Like,
Well,
are you
that sounds
guys gonna
great.
ban?
I think
And,
it's.
like,
I mean, I think it's brilliant, but that's whatever.
it's good and bad. Especially now that they
It's
announced how
great.
the bans will be working, it's good and bad.
Yeah. So a 1-year ban essentially means that we'll be stuck with a card for a year.
Yep,
Whatever.
that's a long time to be stuck. I mean, granted, we're going to be stuck with Kiki for possibly another year, but
There's
there's
a
no way
banned and
that.
restricted announcement coming up on the 29th.
Yeah, it's on the 29th. That's the big ban for this year. Uh, for the 1-year ban thing, and then after that, going forward, standard will only be like primarily touched like once a year.
Yep. All right, here we go. Let's get this raffle going. Random number generated, and as much as we're talking bad about Aftermath, we have Kiora, we got Sigarda, we got Sarkon, we got Metropolis Reformer. Yep, and
You gonna stream for us, bud?
I'll put it down for you guys. Just for you guys, just this time. Hopefully that works. Can you guys see me? Okay. A random number generator, as always. Do. JB, you're going to ASIN, right?
Yeah.
All right, you can talk on that. I give you the pass.
I give you the pass.
It was a light week this
Anime
week.
pass.
All right. How many subscribers that are public? 128.
Ugh.
I'll just keep it like this.
Man, you know what sucks? Looking at 2 cut downs when all of your opponent's creatures are 3/3s.
That's what you get. Okay.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
A random number generator. So first we're gonna do Metropolis Reformer. It's the Halo foil. It actually looks pretty clean. This is if you're a big fan of the show, you'll remember the casual corner or whatever. This card would definitely have made that because it's got some words on it that say like whenever it takes damage you gain life. So let's see who wins that one. 126.
That's a classic ability. Everyone loves that ability. The
Zaladin
veto card's
of
like
Wind.
$5. What? Who won?
Zaladin of Wind. Metro. I'm just gonna put it in Metro. I'm not spelling the whole word. Congratulations, Zaladin. Do.
Everyone loves that veto card. The one that's like when you gain life, they lose life.
Yeah.
People play that a lot.
Next one up is
The Arcane.
no the Sarkon.
Yeah, it's Arcane.
This one makes things cost 1 cheaper. Dragons. Who gets Sarkon? Number 7. Da. Alex Schenkel, you got a Sarkon.
Hey, dude.
How
that's
fitting.
cool.
He loves
That's so
dragons.
fitting. Yeah, that's so fitting.
How lucky. Cat, get out of here.
I
All right.
still remember. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm just going to give you this. You still remember what?
When we would play like tabletop, like multiplayer with 60 card decks that we built ourselves, and then Josh always used to play Door to Nothingness. And the turn before Josh was gonna go off with it, Alex played some dragon that like destroyed all artifacts or something
No,
like
it
that.
steals all artifacts.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
No, it wasn't
And it
steal.
wins the game, and it wins the game.
Did you have 20 or more? Yeah, that one's a good one. That's from RTR.
No, it was way before that.
No, there's that one, another one that he
It
would
was like
play
an old bordered
from.
one.
No, it was from Mirrodin. There's another one from Mirrodin that he would play that did something similar.
Yeah.
Foil all day, all the time.
Here we go. Sigarda, 92. Ned Meister. Sigarda. All right. Next one up is Kiora. What do we got here? So many unclaimed prizes, by the way. 103 is for the Kiora. Foil, whatever.
Every time I go somewhere with Magic players, I tell
Richard
at least 3 or 4
White.
people. At least 3 or 4 people about our podcast, and I watch them like join
Yeah.
and follow on YouTube, and I tell them like make sure your shit is visible because otherwise you will not win anything.
Sorry, I can't help you if you don't help yourselves. All right, the last one is the foil etch Obnix list. This is like one of the hot cards of the set that people actually want.
Yeah.
Let's see who wins this one. 110. Wow, that wasn't really much of a move, eh? Shut up, dog. So I'm not going to give it to this guy because this guy has like 3 other items that he hasn't claimed. So I'm just going to re-roll this.
Oh man.
Sorry, bud.
Well,
77.
claim the items and maybe you'll get more.
Leopard 24. Don't mean to be crappy
Appers.
like you. Obs. All right. If you don't know how to claim the prize, the best way to get a hold of us is either Facebook or Discord. Either way, just reach out to us, just give us a direct message, and then usually I ask for a screenshot of your YouTube profile, and then we go from there. And other than that, we will send them out on a weekly basis. I have been slacking, but I did send out a bunch this week. So, yeah, I know I'm just getting lazy. Got my mind elsewhere. But, yeah, let's get to the show. I'm almost done with the hot take thing I've been working with Josh.
Nice.
I'm almost there. It's annoying to like sync up audio and video to be mirrored.
You have to have a that's what you use the thingy for from the movies, the snap with the black and white checker thing.
I don't know what that is. Oh, got it.
Like from like movies.
No, I know
like,
what you
or,
mean.
Like making a movie. That's
Yeah.
that's what the purpose of that is to sync the audio and the video.
Oh, nice. So with the
You didn't know that's what those were originally for, and it gives you the cut, and then you can sync your audio with it because you have that visual and audio sync point.
Sure. I mean, with the way I'm doing it now is I'm taking clips of how long the actual audio is, and Audacity will break it down by, milliseconds or whatever. So it's like if it's 3.41 or whatever, and then I just lengthen the picture and the imagery in the back to mirror that. There's a hiccup that I did somewhere that I have to fix because the audio unsyncs at some point, and I'm like, what the hell? So I was like, I've just been lazy about it and not like sitting down to do it.
I understand this stuff.
Well, it's just monotonous. You're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. As crappy as that sounds, you're just like, I needed to like step away from this because I think it's been like 7 hours put into that. Doesn't seem like much, but pulling all the audio is difficult because it was initially I started clipping them every episode from like 80 and up, but like having to go back,
it's like
79 and
tough.
I had to go and like find every podcast, and luckily it's always at the end, so it's like I'm able to slice it. But like I did have to listen to like the last 6 minutes of like every episode to like pinpoint exactly where it is. We suck. We never suck. So crate pause pews. Fuck. I've never sucked at anything. All right.
I'm sure.
Never mind.
Yeah, you can go with it. Nice. You think I'm scared of you?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's see what happens.
I bet your dad can beat up my dad.
My dad's a 4-star general. Your dad's a coward.
My dad's dead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Coward. He lost. My dad's got all the medals.
I mean, he is the hide and go champion or hide and go seek champion. Can never find him.
That's.
Damn.
See, this is where I would need the drop of just like.
Yes.
My dad's dead. Or something like this, the piano. Did you guys listen to this week's LR?
Paper player, it's stupid.
I think it's my favorite drop so far.
It is. That's the best one.
It's paper player, it's stupid. Just pure disdain for us. Nothing gets better than that to me.
He shares the disdain I have for us. So.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. We all hate this podcast collectively. Once was a passion project. Now it's just a required hatred.
I'm only here out of spite.
Never admit your father is an officer.
What, a 4-star general? Can never beat him. He's so strong.
So strong. Is the intro music done? I feel like we're just sitting here quiet.
I haven't done it. I haven't even started it yet, dog. Wow. All right,
Bro,
let's.
did you lose more hair, Tony?
Yes.
Damn.
I actually got a bad haircut. I'm like really upset about it, to be honest with you. I should be
It looks
wearing a
very
hat.
patchy. Yeah.
My normal barber, is like out for
Send it
5 to
all
6
off.
weeks because he went to wherever country he's from. I never ask him because I don't care. But the guy that was stepping in was like, "Hey, I've been doing this for about 6 months." I was like, I'll give you a shot. And boy, did he suck. In
He
every
gave you a shot, all right.
in every aspect, he just was bad. Like, he didn't get the top right. He didn't line up my
See, how the hell do
beard.
you screw up a haircut that's that simple? It's like you're not doing anything.
Well, I
crazy.
have limited hair here, so I need you to be meticulous in what you do.
Yeah.
But normally I have a 3 on the sides and the back, and he didn't blend it to the top, so it looks like I'm like I got a penis popper on the top of my head.
Fine.
And then the beard, I was like, hey, can you shape my face to make me look less fat? Because I don't want to actually lose the weight. I just want to look less fat. So and he's like, yeah, I'll do that. And it just like came out there and it's like, dude, you didn't do anything. I had to go home and like do my own beard. He was $20 cheaper than my normal barber, but dude, it's like my favorite part, and this is just
Quality over quantity.
yeah, like one of my favorite parts about going to a barber is when they take the hot towel and they put it against your neck, and then they shave the back of your neck. Well, he didn't put a hot towel there, so he just dry shaved me, and it's just like it itched so bad after. So
He's been doing it forever, man.
yeah, 6 months. Yeah, lesson learned. So let's get this going. 3, 2, 1. Theme song.
Butthole.
But I don't even know who gets to hear this theme song because I don't use this for our podcast, like our audio version. I use it for the YouTube, I guess, but I use it as like a.
Butthole.
Yeah, you can say butthole.
Butthole.
If you have anything you need to say,
Butthole. Butthole.
Soup in a bread bowl
Butthole.
is a sandwich.
I hate it.
Jeff in a butthole is a sandwich.
You are correct.
Paper player, it's stupid.
Can't handle it.
that's never gonna get old to me.
Paper player, it's stupid.
Thank you for the shout out to LR Gas, and if you guys love them, they're looking for a sponsor. So Oscar Mayer Wiener Hot Dogs, I'm sure they love that. We'll take any sponsor at all sponsors. So Oscar Mayer, if you're looking for to sponsor us, come on over. But aside from that,
I would love that actually.
I'll take any. It doesn't. I don't want a Magic sponsor because then it's all serious.
No, don't say any because I am not going to sponsor some stupid gamer energy drink one because those ones are quick to hop on that, and I'm not doing that.
Okay, can I have it?
Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's so tacky. Just not the gamer energy drinks, please.
Helga Pataki. All right. You are listening to episode 102 of Paper Player. I'm your host, Tony. We're joined with the full crew today. We got Jeff, Josh, and JB, who is cameraless, but it's something about
Yo.
he's I think he's putting on his anime makeup because you are going to ASIN, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Apparently they have drafts going on Friday. Maybe I'll do that. Probably not, but
That's
could do it.
Friday.
I will be meeting up with. So there's this guy. I think you know him, Tony.
I know everybody.
His name's Jesse.
James.
Come on. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Goes to a lot of the bigger tournaments around here.
I do.
Shaves
I do
head.
know him. Yeah. He's always on really good decks. Or let me take that back. He's on homebrews that are like good for the meta.
Yeah, he chats to me. We chat every time I go to a tournament, and he's there. We'll just talk about anime for like an hour.
It's whatever, dude. Anime's
And
tight.
I mean, like, I just didn't expect it out of him. I'll be real. If you're listening, Jesse, totally didn't peg you for a person who would be like, I watch a bunch of anime.
Let's be honest.
but-
He just looks like he's got his shit together, so you assumed he wasn't wasting his time with anime.
Yes, exactly. But the match we played, I'll talk about what I did for Magic in a little bit, but we played a match for a tournament recently, and he told me if he beats me, I have to go watch 3 episodes of an anime called My Dress Up Darling.
Ooh.
Because
Oh,
he
that
says,
sounds
I love
awful.
that anime, and you need to watch it before ASIN, so when we get together and have a drink, I can talk to you about it.
That's pretty
And
fun.
I was like, you watched that? I was just blown away.
People are closeted anime fans.
I did
I
beat
can-
him, but I will watch it before Saturday.
All right,
So I can meet up with him and talk with him.
Let me do our plugs before we get into the week of Magic and so forth. So if you want to be able to connect with us on our socials, just go to our link tree. It's the best way to see all of the plethora of things that we do. And if you ever want to be entered into the raffle that we do every week, where we just before the show we raffle off 5 cards, and if you want to be put into that, all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube and make it public, and you'll be entered in every single week, and we ship out the cards every week. Like and subscribe, help us grow, and be a part of our cast. And aside from all that, let's go into this week of Magic. Josh, did you get any Magic in? No's okay.
No.
Sometimes I don't.
I tried to play with him. We're gonna play on Friday.
Sick?
I have a buddy's birthday on Saturday, so I'm probably gonna buy some booster packs and play the pack lottery this weekend because that's the way birthdays work.
Are you going to do AfterMath packs, or you can actually get, like, set boosters of a real
No.
pack?
I want to get set boosters of March of the Machine.
Oh, sure. Okay. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Or not set boosters. I want to get a collector pack.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Ragavan.
I want to. Well, like, I'm gonna buy Jeff one for his birthday.
It's
and
not
then
my
I'm
birthday.
going to buy Jeff birthday.
My birthday.
I know.
But
3 packs.
I'm gonna buy him one for his birthday, and then
Yeah.
I have to buy one because I can't just like not buy one.
I'm with you. You gotta.
Here's a gift, but I'm gonna get a gift for me too.
Right.
And I hope I get better cards than you. That way we can explain about how I'm better than you.
No, I'm gonna like open it before I see him. But,
Oh, okay. In secret.
yeah, just so,
Until he
like,
opens a serialized, and then he'll brag about it.
I wouldn't feel bad about that. I would be like,
No, I'm saying if you did.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't feel bad about that either.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't tell him.
Yes. I
Or
think
I
it's
wouldn't bring it up.
I think it's impossible to open a serialized card in a set booster, but I've been wrong before. So.
Oh, it's
He
only
said
for-
collector.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I take that back.
Dumb.
Gonna have to edit that out. Can't be shown to be wrong.
We're gonna get collector packs.
Yeah. All right.
You opened a box of Aftermath, didn't you?
I did.
Or
I did.
something
No, not
opened
aftermath. Not aftermath.
you didn't open a collector box of Aftermath?
I bought 3 collector boosters and then 2 set boosters, and then I was like,
Okay.
I was completely like, I'm off this set. Like it was. I'm glad
This is terrible.
I just dipped in a little bit, and it was. Well, let's get into that later. I think this product was a flop for a
Ferocious,
multiple.
but-
It's a rough one. Yeah.
All right, let's continue our talk of what you did on this week for Magic.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yeah, what's up?
what'd you do? What'd you play?
I've just mainly played Arena, as I normally do throughout the week. I've been playing a lot of like sealed and stuff, or limited, I should say. Like I think I'm up to like platinum or diamond and like sealed, and I'm still in bronze and like constructed because I just haven't really touched constructed. Stupid soundboard.
That's fine.
But when I do play constructed, I've been playing the red black deck, and it's just like I lost the soldiers right before, but that's the match. Like the hardest matchup probably in the format is soldiers, and it's like 50-50. It goes back and forth.
Knights, you
Especially
mean,
now
or
that-
soldiers?
Or soldiers, yeah.
Is it for?
Or is it knights?
I think it's knights. If it's mom draft, March of the Machines. It's I believe. Whatever.
No, what I mean, and I'm talking about constructed.
Oh, then soldiers. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, black red did just get a board wipe against them. They have the 2 black and 1. It deals -1, and if they're white or green, they get -3 or an extra -2.
Yeah.
So that card's really good.
Put them in the derby.
But we'll talk about it later. But Kiki or Mirror Breaker needs to be banned.
Yep.
All I gotta say
we all
about
know
standard.
that. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree.
Yeah.
Well,
Even though I just bought mine, I'm not disagreeing.
my
You
Facebook.
forgot Tony.
Not that I disagree. I said I posted to Facebook like, can we agree that's gonna be banned? And so many people were like, just be better. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna explain to you how metrics work, but that's okay.
Well, besides that, I haven't done like too much Magic, but I did want to mention today I went with my roommate and a friend to this comic book store out in Oconomowoc. They randomly had like Magic cards there. Like they had Aftermath and stuff, but they had a box of 50-cent rares. and it wasn't like a lot of cards. So I was like, I'll peel through it. And like, there's some cards I got that were less than 50 cents, some that were worth more. Like I got a Allosaurus Rider and a Nourishing Shoal because I want to build Neoform in Modern because that deck's terrible, but it looks fun.
Yeah.
I got an original March on the Machines from 10th edition. I got 2 Atarka's commands. I did. Josh, do you run Avon Mind Sensor in the cube?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know this existed, but there's a promo old border of it
Yeah,
foil that I got.
Yeah, there's also like our expedition one too.
Yeah,
But,
well, that's the Amonkhet one. That's the chase one.
But yeah, hang on, let me look at the cube.
But I got a foil Knight of the Reliquary, a Jeskai Ascendancy, and 2 Narco Amiibo. So those were all around like 50 cents to $1. And then peeling through it in the last pile I go through, I find a Temporal Trespass. Just like in the 50 cents. And I was like, yeah, I'll take this. And I looked it up, and the card's still like 17, 18 bucks.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that just paid for everything. So
Yeah. That's kind of
I
just
do
what
not
happens,
run
right?
Even Mind Sensor.
yeah.
But it's probably because at 3 mana, I don't think it really does very much in the cube.
Yeah, there's probably not that much search, but yeah, so like that was cool. Got to look at a bunch of old comics and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't played like a bunch of Magic because I bought the new Zelda, so I've been playing through that lately.
I totally whiffed on that being out. Like people were like, "I'm going home to play Zelda." I was like, "Dude, Breath of the Wild came out like 2 years ago. What?"
All I have to
bought
say about it, and it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion, the map is too big. It's like overwhelmingly too big.
I bought it and I haven't.
Weird.
I played it for like 10 minutes. And
I like the game a lot.
I was saying, aren't you a fan of
Yeah.
like Daisy? Isn't Daisy like infinitely giant, or am I wrong on that?
Yes, but that's a different style of game. Like
Okay.
it's different when I'm playing like Zelda and like I have to like collect all these things and
You
they're
don't
like,
wait,
all
hold
right,
on. You don't have to do
well-
any of that. You just want to do that. But you're not
no,
willing to put the
like
effort
you
in.
do though. Like you have to get these items from these shrines to
grind
get
or whatever
hearts.
to get your
Yeah.
heart from your.
So like you
your
have to do
stamina
this,
back
and
up.
like it's got the Far Cry thing where you have to climb to the top of the towers like you did in Breath of the Wild, but they're like even more spread out. And Daisy is different, man. Like you'll sit in one town for like months because you don't want to go anywhere else because you don't want to lose your shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's a survival game. I expect to take forever to get everywhere.
All right, more power to you.
I feel like there's not enough time for games like single player games with big maps anymore because there's just so much content. Like the issue we have with Magic where there's just always something new being shoved down our throat.
Yeah.
It's like I buy a game and like a week later someone's like, "Oh, I'm getting this game because it's coming out. We got to play this." I'm like, "I just bought this game." It's just a lot.
I ain't got time to enjoy.
Elden Ring. I haven't played a game since Elden Ring, so I'm gonna have to like actually sit down and give Zelda a chance. But I want to.
I don't know. It's
I had
not
a-
my cup of tea. I didn't like the
Breath of the Wild. Yeah, my issue with Breath of the Wild was I would play it for about like 3 days straight, meaning like 4 hours at a stab, be really awesome. I'd put it down for 3 weeks and come back and be like, I don't know where I'm at. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have to start from scratch because the like anxiety of like this idea of going back to things I've already gone to, it's like annoys me. So I'm like, all right. So, and it sounds like this version's a bigger and bigger version of that.
Oh yeah.
It seems like it just kind of from the like 10 minutes I played, I was like, wow, this is the exact same game.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
It is once you play more, Josh, because like you're still in the Sky City. Like once you get on the surface, because the Sky City is like the tutorial, it does have a lot more like the building.
Bang
aspect is
logs
tricky.
together or whatever.
Well, like it's all about like building basically. Like you create like vehicles and like structures to get through stuff.
All right.
But we're here to talk about Magic.
Whatever, man. This is it's a light. It's
We're
really
to talk about whatever
Magic.
we want.
it's a light
with
week,
Magic.
man.
This
It's
is our
just
podcast.
yeah, dude. We do what we want
Fair.
now. We're at 100 episodes. We don't take the demands. From episodes 1 to 99, it was requirement, and now that we're at 100, we basically we're in
Free range.
we're in syndication, so we can do whatever we want.
56 episodes. I think that's the cartoon syndication where they have the ability to sell the IP
Shut
to
up,
other.
nerd.
Nerd.
This shill for Cartoon Network over here.
But yeah, I got a temporal trespass if anyone needs one because I'm never playing Phoenix and Pioneer.
Yeah,
So
all my Pioneer stuff.
All right. Street. JB, did you get any? Do you sling any cards this week?
Yeah, I played a bit actually. I'm trying to think of what I did on Friday. I don't think I played F&M. Did I?
I think you went to Mech1, did you not?
Oh yeah, I did, and it was pretty small. It
Yeah.
was mainly the Tiger guys.
Yep,
Our regular
the
group.
Tigers, yeah. Gaddock Tigers.
Tiger Leaguers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because it was very casual, so I had both lands and blue, white, red control, and I said I'm gonna roll a dice every round, play
sure.
one or the other,
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
which was fun. I like doing that,
yeah, just
but I got stomped pretty hard. Doesn't really matter. My butt got whooped. It's okay.
pretty cool.
We ended up playing some EDH at the end of the night too, but had a fun time doing that.
You're really
even
coming
though I
around at
lost a
EDH,
bunch.
just so you know. You used
I
to
was
be
gonna say
you've
you
really
play
been
more
coming
than
around.
any of us do.
Yeah, I don't mess
Well,
with
it's because I
EDH.
play casual. I'm like, hey, I got these 4 decks. Does anyone want to play?
Fair.
Some people say yes. Some people say no.
Wow, JB, if we look at yourself in the mirror from 50 years ago, you'd be 50 episodes
50 years? Yeah, I'm dead. I ain't alive.
Your father would be so upset with you.
You know how you clipped all of the hot takes? You got to clip all the times that JB just talks about how much he hates EDH.
Oh yeah, he does. He's a big hater. All right,
So-
continue on, baby.
Saturday, went to the big tournament at one of the other local stores.
Mm-hmm.
That it was for Mox Diamond, Spanish Mox Diamond, and I decided to play a deck I've never played. It was the 4-color Minsk staff deck.
How'd you like
You know what I'm
staff?
It was win more a lot of the time.
Okay, so it's just like a medium card.
Yeah, although I did decide to play 2 Shark Typhoons instead of 2 more Narsets, so I went down to 1 Narset and played 2 Shark Typhoon because I was like, I want to make more tokens.
Yeah, right. Get some synergies.
Yeah, but I think if I am going to play staff again, I would play it in a staff still list, like a standstill
Yep.
staff deck. And I think I would have a lot more fun playing that than I did the Minsk deck. But man, Minsk and Boo is dumb. I love that card. It's so good.
It's the token coming.
Answer now or lose.
Yeah, it's similar to, I don't want to call it Oka level, but it's definitely like the fact that you can't pitch it to Force Wheel, thank God, puts that card in like a realm where it's manageable. But that card is when it comes down, it's just like, do you have a blue elemental blast? You don't. Okay, well you're gonna lose very badly now.
Yeah, or a bolt because of the ETB trigger of the
You can
Minsk
get it.
coming
So
in. You
I
can,
am-
or
yeah.
Boo coming in. You can in response bolt it before they can uptick it.
Yeah, with the priority. Yep.
But I had a lot of fun playing the deck. I think, man, so first round I played against Jesse and ended up beating him because he was playing like a non-Yorion mono white list, the
Death and
Death and
TNT.
Taxes.
Yep.
Yeah, Death and Taxes. Minsk just would sweep the game away every time or whatever, whenever I could land it. And, the game 2, the card that, oh my God, what is it? Labyrinth? Spirit of the Labyrinth? Is that the one where you can't draw more than one?
Each player
Yes,
can draw more
sir.
than one. Yep. 3-1.
Yeah, that card is a house against that. It's unreal.
Yep.
I played him in round 2. Round 1 I played against Juan. And he's playing Maverick like always.
Crushed
Yeah.
you.
I think I disrespected and paid too many times on the tax for every game he had an Esper Sentinel on turn 1. And in game 3 I should have killed it sooner than I did. And I think that the game just got away from me at that point because I was dumping too much mana trying not to pay for making sure he couldn't draw a card.
You only have to pay it for the first
Once.
spell.
Yeah, but the problem is the deck is very
2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop.
costly.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that
it's
way,
like
yeah.
a lot of the time I don't have the mana to spare to do that.
No. It's
So
one of those
I was
cards you have
always
to answer
behind.
pretty quickly. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be good, but yeah.
I also want to say that if I would have won the die roll. I would have won game 1 for sure because I'm on days in this list. And it was very much like he had the extra mana every time. So if I would have gone first, he would have been behind on one of his plays, and it would have made him lose by far.
Yeah. One of the things with that list too, I believe you're playing Uro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to catch up that day's deficiency.
Lost.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
But it's very much like I felt like I would have won that game for sure had I gone first.
yeah, you take the deck across the table from you, completely off table or off tempo with days and
With
I mean,
days.
it's just
Yeah,
it's
going
it's a,
first.
it's a die roll thing. That's really what it
Yeah.
is. Days is so good on the die, like on the play. It's like it's
It
somewhat
felt so bad.
it's medium on the back when you are playing cards like Mystic Sanctuary, but if you're not rocking that card, like Days feels kind of like
Yep.
trashy.
And
on
I'm
the
not
draw.
in that list just because I need so much mana for
You're
other
playing
things
Taiga,
to like
so-
do other things.
Yeah.
I actually don't. I didn't have a Taiga in the list. I bumped up the Volcanic Islands instead because there's not a whole lot of like green red. There's not a lot of red. It's mainly just like board pieces and Minsk. But round 3, I played against. Man, I gotta think. It might have been Combo.
I wasn't there,
I
baby.
think it was Combo, and it was like the Epic Storm list.
Yeah.
And I think I did right. The game 1 was hilarious because he was constantly trying to play around a card I didn't have in my hand, but I just kept acting like I had it.
Classic
it was
mistake.
it was like a Jedi mind tricks, and he kept on like waiting, and then I just played Minsk and killed him.
Yeah. We're like, go
And he
times
was
now,
like,
buddy.
He was like, "Did you have it?" And I showed him my hand. I'm like, "Hell no." He was like, "I threw this."
Yeah, you made a mistake there. You always tell him that you did have it. You go, yeah, I had it. just never tell the truth.
But game 2, I had some answers for. I had Veil of Summer in the board
Yep.
as an answer to what's it called? To oh my god, dude, I always have a hard time recalling cards. 4 mana drains you 2.
Tendrils.
Yeah, Tendrils. And I had a Veil in hand.
Yeah.
He just went, I'll tutor up Ave, and I completely forgot that's a card. It's the 2 green, 3 colorless Storm Ooze that when it comes into play for every copy that comes in after it, it gets
Created.
+1/+1.
Yeah, that card was like everybody was talking. I remember when Modern Horizons was it 1 or 2? It was 2 that came out. Everybody's like, "This is gonna break everything." It's like, no, it's not. And it just,
I mean, it's a great way for those decks to get around counter spells and fluster storms.
that's actually that's pretty brilliant actually. That's
It's
a
really
move.
like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just get Ave," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
He cast it, and I look at him. I was not running Fluster Storm in this list, by the way.
Yeah.
He was playing around it all 3 games, and it was the post board games.
Yep.
And I thought it was really funny that he was trying to get around it. I really wish. So in my sideboard, I made a choice to bring in 2 Torpor Orbs because I knew someone was going to be playing Adventure. And
Sure.
I knew, and it's decent against Death and Taxes because a lot of their cards are ETB, go do something.
Yeah. Search, Skyclave, you name it.
And I felt like the rest of my deck was medium to bad against those 2 decks. So
Sure.
I said, let me try and bring these in. I really wish I would have went with a main board wipe instead.
As in like Supreme Verdict?
Yes. Yeah. That would have helped a lot in both my Maverick matchup and my Storm matchup, just because Ave could be killed and the tokens he made in game 3.
I'm gonna tell you something. You weren't bringing in, you weren't leaving in Supreme Verdict versus the Storm deck.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a dead card.
Like, yes, he got you, but like, that's the apples, right? You just got to deal with it. Like, sure, you got me.
Yeah, I mean, without Fluster Storm, it's a lot worse just because then the Goblin generator does ruin me every time. Like, I just have no answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either put back in Fluster Storms and get rid of the Torpor Orbs or whatever, or keep in a board wipe or 2, so that way I can answer.
Would it be too much to play cards like? And this is me just being like techie, right? I love playing cards like Silence because they always go in tutor, right? You're like, response to your tutor, because they usually go like,
Well, they usually silence you now,
right? Right. But
and that's what he was playing. He was on the silence version, and in game 3, when he cast silence, I cast Veil of Summer in response.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have an answer to the silence itself.
Oh, sure, okay.
So I was like, I'm just gonna cast Veil. That way, I block one way and maybe.
Oh, okay, to avoid the tendrils. Got it.
Yeah. All right. And and then he just went and got his Goblin Army. But I know what you mean, because it's just like you let them do like 5 things and then you stop them.
Like stop. Like, oh, you're going to use your Infernal Tutor now. Stop. Like.
But that's the biggest problem with those matchups for Storm, is that they're either duressing you, thought seizing you, or they're playing their own silence before they start doing their stuff.
Yeah, I mean the only way that you're ever gonna beat Storm and like Is It Murktide is the best deck to beat the hell out of. Like Storm and like combo deck is at all time low, because not only is it applying huge amount of pressure, it has disruption all along the way. So it's like here's a 3/3 that's, or a DRC that's going to become a 3/3 in 2 turns, and then here's a 7/7 Murktide with Force and Daze backup. Like you have one turn to assemble your combo. Whereas like if you're playing your control deck, like they're just going to be like, all right, I'll wait, set up, duress you, and you're like, well, there goes my one piece of interaction, and I'm playing 4 Swords of Plowshares main deck. I'm going to lose game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had fun with the deck, but I think my last round, I can't remember what one of my rounds was. It doesn't really matter. I won it. But the final round, because I went 3-2. So I lost to Storm and I lost to Maverick. And the final round was against a Delver player. And man, Minsk is so good against Delver.
They don't really, like I said, Delver's got to go. Well, Delver's already main decking like 1 to 2 rebs still. They got to play more Hydroblasts, because they need, like, this Minsk and Boo is the crux of that matchup.
Yep, for sure. But I had a lot of fun playing the deck. I don't know if I'll keep it together. I might switch over to Staff still just to try it out.
Yep.
Because I think that would be a deck that I would have a lot of fun playing, because it's goofy and a little bit bad. It's like not good, but I would have a lot of fun playing it at like FNM or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I also this week played 3 Vintage Cube drafts, which I had a lot of fun doing.
A Magic
I realized that I want to win. I don't care enough about winning that I just force things when I'm like, I pigeonhole myself all the time when I'm drafting.
Yep. You're like, I took this card I really like, and then you see like, a Raphaelos, and you're like, yeah, I'm not taking green. You're like, oh, okay, and then you just keep going from there.
Yeah, one of the decks I had was a Eureka deck that had nothing but fat guys and mana dorks.
Yep.
So it's like most of the games I either drew one half or the other half. It also had channel. So it's like mono green channel Eureka, do dumb things.
Yeah.
I think I cast Tooth and Nail on turn 3 for the Entwined cards. And my opponent scooped, and there was another game where I played Eureka and played Woodfall Primus, the Terastodon, the one that destroys up to 3 permanents.
Non-creature permanents.
Non-creature permanents, and
they make elephants, yeah.
Yeah, and then I also put down like, what was it? I think it might have been like an Ugin, the 10 mana one. My opponent instantly conceded.
It's like, I don't want to play this anymore. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna take all your lands, and I'm gonna minus Ugin for 0, kill all the tokens. Good luck.
No, it wasn't that Ugin. It was the what's the 10 mana Eldrazi?
Oh, Ulamog.
Ulamog, gotcha.
Yeah.
The Ceaseless Hunger.
Like, all right.
Yeah, attack, mill you 20, game over.
Yeah. It was just so dumb.
God, in draft, that card's insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
40k
I had
decks
so
was a
much
big deal.
fun.
Yeah.
I had so much fun playing those. The deck that I did well with and went 3-0 with was just like a red-white aggro deck.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
was just
aggro's always good because people are always trying to do all these crazy things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the third round that I had, I went 1 and 2 because I really, really wanted to play Mana Rocks and Upheaval.
Thanks for the follow, Angry Asian Gaming.
But yeah, it was really fun, just like bouncing stuff and playing garbage.
For sure.
It was not
Actually,
good,
a
but it was
friend of
great.
mine.
Oh, nice, sick. Nice, man. Sounds like a fun week of Magic. I got a little bit in. I just did this. One of our local guys has a cube. His name's Stu. He calls it the Stube. He's got like a
All old border.
It's all old border, but no new cards in old border. It's all an old border cube. It's pretty low to the ground power. Went 2-1. I ended up drafting Rafellos and struggling to find fatties that were like they're there. Like I got the because I was the only person that drafted like any semblance of like green, so I was like sweet. But round 1 and 2 I won, and then round 3 I played against goblins. And I made one suggestion to the owner of the cube, because he wanted to power down goblins, because goblins is like consistently winning the cube, just because you go back, like card advantage sucks before the modern era. Like they just didn't have a lot of, and he doesn't have, it's not powered, so like a lot of things just suck. So you play cards for what it is. And he wanted to power down goblins, and he's got Goblin Recruiter in there.
Oh, the card's too good.
It's one thing if that card's fine like when everything's powered up, but when everything's like you're restricted to where your power level is. The power level didn't bother me because there's some other stuff that you can do is pretty strong. It's the play experience that card provides. It's just stupid. Like it's like, okay,
But the one that sets your whole top.
yeah, you grab any amount of goblins, put them on top, and it's always the same sequence of
fun.
go get recruiter plus 4 goblins. All of the goblins are like back in those days are pretty utility. They're kind of all over the place, and it's just like both games you turn to it, and it's like these weren't even games. Like they weren't fun. I was like, oh okay, whatever. Like, and I had like a really good hand. It just didn't matter because he's like, I'll just get this goblin that does this.
You go turn 2 Rafellos, they go turn 2 recruiter, and then you watch your Rafellos
Well, yeah,
do nothing.
Well, then they also have like random goblins that deal damage. Like they have sharpshooter, they have the spark
Siege
mage,
gang.
the spark siege gang spark. It's like all these like really cheap things, and it's like it just makes it for like an incredibly repetitive play experience. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll take it out. I was like, all right. Like I think that's like I'm not trying to tell you people what to do. It's just
It'll
like
fix it.
yeah, it's just like it's a power level thing. It's a negative game experience.
Like Matron is fine.
Yeah, it's a singular tutor that you can, like, when you just get to set your deck of like 8 goblins deep, and it's like, well, I have 2 lands at hand. I stop at 4. So I really don't want to do anything else. It's like I'm gonna go get War Chief that makes everything cheaper. I'm gonna go get Lackey, and it's like Lackey that can cheat out. It's the way it's like, and then when he just drops the Ringleader on you, you're just like, all right. So if you're going like tit for tat, and they just go like Recruiter, and you don't have an
Ringleader's
answer,
the bad part.
and as always, if I just had the if I just had the counter spell, it would have been fine. But unfortunately, I was playing a color that didn't have that. So, he took
Counter spell removal.
it's definitely an answer, but yes,
An answer, but it's not removal.
it's not removal. That is fair. It's stack removal if you want to get technical. But
Sure.
anyways, I just wanted to say like, even though the card's like powerful, there are fun things to do in the cube. It's just the play experience of that card is horrendous. That's really what it is, and that's why I think. The fact that it's like allowed in EDH, because it's just like I'm going to take 15 minutes stacking my deck.
I have one in my Cranko deck.
Everyone has one in there because it's allowed, and you're just like, I'm gonna go get like 15 goblins. Like, I can't imagine what that card feels like from a casual standpoint. Like, oh guys,
If you're playing
Miserable.
all of the goblins, recruiter allows you to combo.
well, right?
Yeah, of course.
You go get the Snoop and Kiki
You
Jiki
need
and
red-
call it a day.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Yes.
I
cares.
managed. No one cares. I managed to pick up a Japanese language swapped tropical island.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
All right.
Great.
So
That'll be the blue. That'll be the one that I need for lands to be blue.
yeah. So the short and sweet of our show notes tonight. There's not really a lot. We have the paper players custom curation, aftermath, why it sucks, standards and what to expect, and then just overall, we didn't get to bank cards last week just because we went long. So there's a card I'd like to talk about, and we'll.
I will
See what
talk
it
about band cards all day.
I was listening to the podcast episode from last week because I didn't jump in until the very end, and I listened to it throughout most of the day while doing stuff, and I still haven't gotten to the end. I was like, wow, this is
It's a
long
2-hour one. It just
episode,
it just
dude.
happened to go long. I don't know why. It just
There was a
Yeah.
lot
Because
of
we talked about-
information.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And we had our talk about Magic Minneapolis.
put this
or
in the wrong
whatever,
order?
which ate up a lot of
Oh
time.
yeah,
too.
I did. So custom cards. Dun, 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 dun. Another new
no, you
5 that
messed
we're gonna
up.
do. Yeah, I did.
Don't you want to give them our socials and all that? What happened?
We already did that.
I did that. That's how long we're going.
Oh man,
All right.
I'm getting lost.
So we're gonna go with this one. Custom card creations. We have Hangargrove Runestones, which is a 2-mana artifact that you can tap to put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Seems pretty goddamn good, especially it not being a creature, so it's just immediately ramping. And then it has flavor text essentially at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 6 more lands, transform it, and the other side is garbage. But 2-mana artifact that taps and puts a land into play seems really good.
Pretty
I
decent.
mean,
I don't think
there's
it's that
there's
crazy.
1 mana creatures that do it.
Right, but
but
they
it's only one time. It's not repeated.
well they run
No,
into
it
summoning
is.
sickness. Well,
It's
they
tap. Yeah,
they
but
just
that
run into
means
summoning
on-
sickness.
But wouldn't that be on curve with this then? Turn 2.
Right,
If
but
you played turn 1.
Right.
Yeah, I guess if it costs like 1, I would feel better about it. If it was like pay 1, do it.
yeah,
That would
maybe.
be fine.
Yeah. It's just the creature ones suck because when you draw them late game, you can't activate them right away. These ones are
That's
just like
fair.
way better just because it's boom boom, and then it's got flavor text. But again, not a bad design, just a strong design. I think it
Yeah.
would be good. And-
Agreed.
all right, what we
Which
got?
doesn't mean, like you said, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Good.
Common Sense. I love this card. Blue for a sorcery. Search your library for a common card, then shuffle and put it on top of your deck.
Dude, this is like
What?
Yeah, it's cool. It's like an unhinged card.
this is like an uncard, yeah.
Yeah, common sense. Just I was like, this card I would be okay with, and then you run into the nonsense of like, well, you could never do this in like a tournament setting because like, would you legally have to have the right version of a certain card? Like, you couldn't have uncommon lightning bolt. You'd have to have common lightning bolt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that forcing people.
Wait,
to
I don't think lightning bolt's ever been uncommon. It's
Yeah.
only been rare and common.
check M10. what-
M10 was common.
Yep, no.
I
No,
thought.
no, it's uncommon in M11. They upshift it for one set, or they might have done it for one of the Modern Horizon sets. Either way, they upshift it.
I'm checking.
Yeah,
I'm checking.
it's M10. It's common, and then either M11 or the Modern Horizons. They move it to uncommon because
I like that they didn't give it a rarity, so you can't go find it itself.
the chain 'em. Yeah, it's been uncommon multiple times. All right. This one was just one of those cards that, like, you know, people say the classic, you know, just red black for a 2/2 with menace. His name is Sizap, Insanity Dancer, legendary creature, devil shaman. Whenever you draw a card, create a 2/2 red devil token with. When this creature dies, discard a card. So 2-mana 2/2 that just
That's ridiculous.
just every
So
upkeep you get 2/2.
if it said outside of your draw step, would it be reasonable?
No. Yeah, you know what? It probably would be.
It wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
Like
What?
as
Dude,
an-
that would brainstorm would say draw 3, make 3 2/2s.
It's kind of what it does now. But yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like,
I guess.
this card in general, like, that's way too good. It's not restricted to only one creature.
but guys,
yeah. What if we stapled on there as well, once a turn?
that's medium.
Then it's
Yeah, I think that's
terrible.
fine.
Then no one plays it.
Yeah, that's medium. Like, I think you just need
You could play like a Grixis deck that might want it.
you just need to associate a mana cost with it. That's all. Just like when you draw a card, pay 2, create 2/2.
What?
Yeah.
Do this flavor text.
Yeah.
What?
If wishes were devils, beggars would die. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Todd.
Scissor.
This
that
card
the
is
name
kind of
of
wonky.
It's
This card's really good.
It's insane. It's like it's you know, you have to have the answer right away. So one of those nonsensical cards. All right, Volcano. So it's a basic land dash volcano.
basic land type.
Basic-
Oh my god.
So terramorphic expansion, go get this. Tap, add a colorless, and then tap black or red, spend this mana to
It
cast.
says basic land. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is so dumb because, like, if you're paying for not a black or red spell, you just pay the colorless.
Right. So there's no downside. Like,
Yeah.
It's just a bonus.
Yeah. It's just not.
I mean, okay, so if they remove the colorless tap,
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess you can't
Would it
use
be
the red or
reasonable?
black for
This
abilities.
card is an atrocity. Don't try it. Don't even try.
It's just
I'm
not-
trying. I want to try and fix every one of these.
You can't
my goal.
use the colored mana for abilities.
you
It's the
erase-
only downside.
If you erase the colorless tap option,
Yeah.
is this reasonable?
Yeah. It's like
Yes.
it's like a dual land.
Why
Like,
would you ever play a red black land in a
That's the- that was the
non-red black
volcano.
deck?
Yeah.
Well,
you can still
you might
cast.
have a blue
basic-
card
a
that you want to
basic tool.
cast that you want to use this to cast.
Yeah, you're not
you
casting
can-
like.
If you're a
can-
3-color deck, you can't, like, this card suddenly
Paramorphic expanse,
really
bro.
bad.
What about
Paramorphic
what
expanse.
about evolving wilds?
Evolving Wilds?
Sure, yeah, let
What
let you
about
get this.
prismatic
I don't
vista?
care. If it can't
Rampant
tap for
Growth?
your 3rd color, like, it's gonna be really good in a 2-color deck, sure.
Yeah, it's more. This guy can't cast artifacts with it, so that sucks. So
That too.
booty butts. But,
Rampant Growth can grab this, but this can't cast Rampant Growth.
Yeah,
Oh, the
exactly.
But you can
Perfect.
cast
Or
expressive iteration off this, so it's probably pretty goddamn good.
Farseek can get it too. Oh wait, no, it can't.
No, the
No,
Farseek.
it's not
there's
labeled.
it does.
Yeah, it
there's no
says
volcanoes.
Forest
You idiot.
land. Yeah.
All right. And then this one, just this card's totally fair. So frantic looting, Phyrexian red. Yeah,
this
draw
is
two.
just careful study.
No, it's
red.
discard two
Way
at
better
random.
for free,
It's free. It's 0.
Oh, discard at random. Never mind.
Still free.
dude.
Oh, what?
Bring
No,
this.
dumb.
Bring this
Busted. What is wrong
so
with you?
I can play Hollow One.
Yeah,
I want to
please.
play. I
You know how
want to play.
good that would be?
Turn 3.
I want to play this into that 2 red, add 5 red.
You could turn
Turn
0,
one.
put 4 phoenixes in play if you got lucky.
Yeah, I was about to say play 3 of
I'm
these in
down,
one turn
bro.
and
Print
just
this.
jam.
What's up? I Yahtzeed you.
I want to make a proxy of this card to try this in Hollow One.
I was thinking basking root wallet, bro.
You could put the venge vines in there.
Man,
and you
you
get
need
crazy.
4
There's like a red basking root wallet too, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
from
Who made
Modern
this
Horizons
card?
2.
This wasn't even like you didn't even try.
They actually made a cycle of them, and the green one is like for the same thing. Just make a 1/1 separately. But the other ones are all just
Oh my God.
degenerate. The other ones are just like what?
Well, now I want to know what the other ones are.
I'll pull them up now. I store them away.
I was supposed to say you can't bring it up and not talk
I don't
about
have
it.
them
You can't be like,
ready.
oh yeah, they're
I
all
just-
busted, but I'm not gonna.
No, the
show
green
you
one
all.
is fart. It just makes a 1/1 separately.
You would
for-
you wouldn't pay 2 life for a 1/1 separately?
no.
at instant speed. No, it's worse than like a gut shot. It's like ugh. Like got you.
Shot did 1, right?
Yeah. But yeah, at instant speed, I just like the idea of just going, turn 0 for Phoenix, go.
Or turn 0/4 Hallowed One. Go.
No, why would you play Hollow One when Phoenix flies?
You have to have priority to
They're
cast.
both
Hollow
in
One.
there, you idiot.
No,
Yeah,
you can't turn 0
Phoenixes. Yeah, you're right.
Phoenixes anyways.
It's on the beginning of your upkeep or on your bet.
Near
before that,
your combat.
Yeah, my bad. My
Yeah,
beep.
yeah, yeah.
I'm dumb. I've been dumb my whole life.
I know.
Damn, that's 2 mistakes in one podcast.
I have to do so much
Why is
editing
Tony going back?
because I have to go this way.
What?
Aftermath.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. Everyone said it sucked. It sucked. Get out
Why
of my
did it fail?
face.
Like honest
You wanted
question.
it to be cool because they got.
The cards were underpowered.
I don't think that's true.
I do. Like, I mean, yes, the cards we have now are good, but nothing in this set really does much. Like, there's been 3 cards that really see play, and that's it.
Well, there's only 50 to pick from.
I mean, still, but 3 out of 50, like, you would
pretty good
think
hit.
if there's 50
Product
cards,
is bad. That's what it is.
Say it again.
you would.
This product is bad. It's not that the cards are bad because there's always bad
Well,
cards.
it's the cards that
product-
make the product bad.
This product is bad.
Well, so they did do like a random reprint, where like Training Grounds did this for whatever goddamn reason. Really random, right?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The Sarkhan is like EDH chase, like people want to go get that. The Nissa is showing up in like some pretty hot lists that I've been seeing, which I really do like because it just guarantees you get a Fury.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's like really good. I was like, damn, this is actually
Elementals,
good.
it's so good. The fact that it would have been terrible if they didn't just staple elementals on it for no reason. Why did they do that?
Because Nissa, like the last 5
Yeah.
iterations, all make lands into elemental, so it's thematic.
Yes, I don't know.
Whatever. Like I don't. As far as the design goes, like
Seems like they just stapled it on there to be like, yeah, let's make it good. They won't
So,
play it otherwise.
I
No
looked
one
at
will play this.
this aspiring spike list. I just want to like to play Bloodbraid Elf really bad, but if the only elemental that you can grab is Fury, you can set it up so you're just like getting Furies all day. Like it's just like on demand Fury, and it's like whoa, that's pretty sick. But this is one of the many lists I've seen with the Nissa. And obviously, Ren and 6 and fetch lands means you're going to be able to add a mana of
Ramp
color
really fast,
and always
yeah.
get the next thing, like the next Nissa. The downside
Well,
is
you
you
get endurance too. off the
right, like
board.
you can set your deck up in a way where it's like the only cards you're going to be able to grab, and this one grabs like Bloodbraid Elf and or like Furies, but you can set your deck up where it's like you can almost guarantee or like a 50% shot at getting a Fury. Like if you just have
Why
like
search for tomorrow?
oh, this is just a Valakut deck that's splashing.
Oh, it's
this.
Valakut. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's just
Yeah,
it's
I just realized.
yeah, it's just like a Valakut deck that has like this alternate. It's like I'm gonna beat you with Furies now. Like you
Does it
stop
have
my
enough
deck.
mountains to get
Yeah.
you without the Dryad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got 4, 6, 10, 12 because of the Dwarven Myers.
Ounce, yeah.
Yeah, and then also I think Dryad of the Elite. Well, it's a Dryad, so you don't
kinda
like
like
it. Yeah, so I saw this list. I thought it was pretty cool, but
Glad I sold all my Rens.
yeah, mistake number 1. That card ain't going
Nah,
anywhere.
I ain't doing that. That's getting banned.
That's what we all said, but we were wrong.
It's getting banned.
Mafia Gamer Jr. It's going great, buddy. So, Aftermath. Opening this product felt bad. I don't know if you guys opened any of the product.
No.
I just felt bad.
Kidding me?
There's something about like, so I opened up 5 packs, right? And I got duplicates of multiple rares, and it just was like, ugh, like it just didn't feel good opening the packs. It just felt lame. I don't know why. Maybe maybe the carrot being taken away from you of not being able to get like
A Ragavan?
you could buy like 2 set boosters of this and get the entire set, right? And maybe that's a good or bad thing. Like I don't know, but there's something special to like opening up a pack and being like, oh, I hit that chase card. This is awesome. You know?
It would
So
also
they-
be different if do they have reprints in here?
Yeah, training ground.
Other than Training Ground, like are there
No.
real reprints?
No,
No.
not that I know. Of.
Imagine if they put like real things in here. People buy the hell out of it.
Well, so the epilogue booster is a 5-card pack for $5. That's a pretty
$1
stingy.
per card.
That's a pretty stingy rate. Like don't get me wrong. Like there's draft
But if
chat.
it was just like, yeah, you might open a fetch land in here, or you might open like maybe you'll get really lucky and get a Ragavan altar.
if you're gonna
People would buy that.
yeah, if you're gonna do serialized things, and you want this product to sell, this is where you put your serialized things, right?
Yeah.
So
Because like people will be pumped about opening it anyways.
yeah,
They messed up this set on 2 fronts. So it being a 50 card set in paper sucks because like no one really like buying a box just doesn't seem worth it because like you said you can buy like 4 packs and open the whole set.
yeah,
And then on Arena, the way you get your cards most of the time if you don't have wild cards is you draft. Well, this set's not designed for draft in the way they
so
did
it's
it.
designed to get your
Hold
wild
on,
cards.
stop.
Oh my god.
No, it's worse than it. Yes, it's worse than that though, because the draft for Aftermath, you would open a pack and it would be all March in the Machine cards and 1 card from March or Aftermath in each pack.
Yeah.
Just 1. It was terrible. So like you're not ever getting anything on Arena, so you still got to spend your wild cards. So like they messed this setup twice. Like
That's funny.
I think this
Oh,
was like
Arena.
so what I would want, and here's what I want them to treat March. If they do another Aftermath set, and this is me from a more of a 60 card player standpoint, I want the set to be 60 card focused, and then put your 50 random rares that associate with Commander into this set, the Aftermath.
I'd be fine with that.
That's just
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. because there's too many packs that exist. Like every standard booster that you open has like cards that are just like geared for
What is
Commander.
this?
Yeah. So I would like to, like, this is just me being an old fogey. I want to go back to the ways of like pre-New Phyrexia where things weren't geared towards Commander. And like I said,
Good luck.
I know. Because Commander is the number one thing that sells tables and so forth, but there is a huge demand, and it's true for like we're all waiting for the next big thing for the 60 card format, and we have the Pro Tour back, which is really nice, but we're missing like a piece of the puzzle, if that makes sense, to kind of reinvigorate everybody's drive. And they do the Pro Tour and all that other stuff, but like I think we're missing one step or one piece to get everybody back on the train, and they kind of are going they're trending in the right direction, especially with seasons, and maybe this 3-year standard is like that thing, like the once a year bans, which I guess the last thing I'll say about Aftermath, packs just felt bad opening. That's really all it was, and I think that the set's unappealing. Like if this set had 10 fetch lands and 5 elementals and a Ragavan in it, would people love opening it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever played Yu-Gi-Oh, but they had what's called like a battle packs, which were it was a smaller pack, but it was $1.99, and it was like you get like it was no foils, but it was like purely reprints. Like, and that's where like people were like, oh, my tour guide or whatever, the $100 tour guide was in there, and it was like $4. When it's like all of a sudden you go to a store and buy a bunch of battle packs and open up like format staples, you know. Anyways,
Where I got my tour guide from.
most people did, yeah. All right, so I didn't have a chance to watch this standard, this weekly MTG, but they kind of went in depth of what they. I didn't even like see a recap. I've just been kind of busy the last couple of days, but they didn't even do like a recap. Or no, I shouldn't say they didn't. I haven't gone and explored a recap of like what this is and what to expect. But and you guys, you want to speak to it?
All right, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown. Huey basically didn't say anything about anything.
All right. Well, that they always have to be
Blake.
like.
My man.
Yeah.
Blake literally just asked or read questions from chat for them to answer, and Andrew Brown did what every person from every corporation does when they're in front of people. When they get asked questions, oh, I can't give you that information, or this is what we're going to be doing, but we'll announce more about it later. So it really was not very informative. Like, there wasn't a lot of information. Basically, though, what they said about bans is there will be one big band a year, and that's when they will focus on looking at standard and the health of standard. And I do believe that's the one that we will get on the 29th. And then there will be smaller incidents throughout the year where they look for bans. And
There's
those
a
will
3-week period after a set release.
Yeah, and they will primarily look at eternal formats, but also standard in those moments.
A 3-week period. That's so. You know what? Never mind.
Most of the time, after a set comes out, there's a big tournament.
Well, I think it's. You know what? You're right. It's probably Pro Truth data that they're going to pull from, and also Arena solves the format in a day. So fair enough.
That's also why they didn't. They said that's part of the reason they haven't done any bans yet. Is there is a huge Arena championship? I think it's this weekend, and they wanted to wait till after because people have been playtesting. Like Hugh even said, like that's one of the few times he spoke up. He was like, "Yeah, if I was playtesting for standard, and then all of a sudden they decided to ban now, it would feel real terrible because you're putting in all that time."
Okay.
But so like that's fine. Like one more week of dealing with standard the way it is fine. It's not gonna it's not like people are gonna get bankrupt or run out because like literally just wait till the 29th. Don't buy cards till then. That's all you got to do.
Sure. So that statement of like it would feel really bad because I wasted my time. It just goes to be like, but if they don't make the ban, you've now invested and you're ahead of the curve by everybody by that much, or everybody's on an even playing field. We've all been testing, so you have to scrap everybody's testing, right? So, whatever.
Sort of, but like you also have to take into consideration like not everyone has that much time.
Sure.
Like all these people that got invited, they might only have like let's say 1 day a week to test, or 1 day every 2 weeks, and let's say they've tested for standard in this way, and then all of a sudden it gets banned, and they're like, well, shit, like I
Yeah.
can't do it because I gotta work or
Yeah, that's the same argument exists for people that like run track. The guys that are able to spend 5 hours a day on the track, running, stretching, and getting stronger, and they're like, all right, we're changing this type of shoe, and you're like, huh, man, like, yeah, just I don't know. We all have different positions in life, and those of us that are advantaged in like testing teams or have more time, it's like, yeah, you're going to have a better outcome than the guy that's like, I work a 55-hour job and I can, I squeak my way to the pro tour. It's like, well, that guy, let's be fair, like if he doesn't spend 60 hours on standard prepping for the pro tour, he's like, the likelihood of that individual winning is already just like so astronomically low, right?
I mean, to be fair, we had that rando come in second against Reed Duke, and like he like works like a 40-hour a week job, and like
Yeah, but I don't know if his resume was, he was a PTQ grinder for like 9 years. He was an SCG grinder for many years. So like the story that he qualified in Arena is true on his phone, but like when they did the interview like with him, he was not just like a guy who started 2 years ago. He's been playing
no,
Magic.
this is fair.
Yeah, he's an entrenched Magic player. So like that storyline, like when they sell it that way, it sounds like, oh my god, this guy just got off his phone and did it. But it's
Let's just get more casuals to pay to go to tournaments.
yeah, it's a smart marketing technique. But like when you actually looked into it, it was like, oh, this guy's been grinding, and he's actually like a well-known player in the community. He just, the way he happened to get on the pro tour was funny,
I honestly like 1 week isn't gonna like the people that are playing Arena are still gonna play Arena. It's not
Right.
like they're gonna quit in this week. Everyone's hyped for the band anyways, so like honestly, it's probably pulling from the viewership that people aren't gonna watch because they already know what standards like anyways.
You're watching a dead format, right? You're not watching anything break out. You're not watching, and Arena is not a great client to watch Magic on. There's no selling point. There's no emotion in it, right?
I mean, there's no emotion in any digital Magic at
Well,
all.
you're right.
Like that, but that all breaks down to like not having spectator mode and all that stupid stuff. But anyways, like
Or a tournament client, like
this weekly Magic stream like felt like it was like when they said the term "we don't have the technology." It was just kind of
It's
one
so
of those
funny.
moments where they're like, "We're gonna have this stream because people want to hear from us,
Yeah.
but we're gonna lob you like easy questions."
for sure. Yeah.
Like he was reading the chat, and I'm like looking at the chat, and I'm like, "There's a good question. There's a good question." He skips like 30 of them, and there's like, "Oh, are we gonna get any spoilers for the next set yet?"
Yeah. Here's the script of things you can say, and everything else is look like they have like a tree. If questions ask this, if it leads into this, say this, and then like there's like this one giant arrow. All other questions go here, and boop. Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, William Jensen did what Josh does during the podcast. Sometimes he literally was just, you could see him leaning back just on his phone,
Yeah.
like not doing it. I'm like, yeah, you don't want to be here, do you?
I will say this.
No, not you. I'm talking about Huey.
I will say this about Huey. I think without him, we don't have seasons. Without him, 60 card play is not where it's at. I'm so happy that they brought him in because it seems like everything's just like commander, and it's like, okay, well, me, like the wannabe tournament player, where do I fit in all this? And things are starting to, like, the tide is not going. I guess tide is the wrong term, but it's not like it's getting more to like a 30-70 versus like a 90-10.
I agree with you. I'm glad he's a part of the team now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you could tell he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Or at least the information that people were asking wasn't stream worthy. Like, these are all
for
things
sure.
that, like, literally they just kept referring to on the 29th, we'll release an article and it'll explain how everything's going to work. And it's like, then why are you having a stream for this?
Yeah.
Why not just drop an article that says, hey, 29th, pay attention.
Yeah,
That's
for
when
sure.
you get all the information. you
Here's
need.
the bullet points. Boom.
Yeah.
Get ready for more
Like-
explanation on the 29th.
This was just to put 3 people on camera and watch them like talk about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. I'm glad
So
I
they have 4 people
watched
like we do. Come on.
it. Yeah, stupids.
I mean, we make fun of the people doing it, so it makes it okay.
Yeah, always.
Remember, someone actually said paper player sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
It does, dude. Fuck that place.
It's so stupid. We don't like papers or players or anybody else in between. So get
Or
out of here.
podcast.
Yeah, dude. If you listen to podcasts weekly, you're a loser.
Podcasts are for 40-year-old virgins and church-going
Right.
people.
Okay.
People who've lost all the will.
Oh, you got something to say, JB? You got something to say about that?
Unrelated to that, but I'm yeah, whatever. I'm fucking mad. I'm mad.
Why?
podcasts?
Why?
No.
Oh boy,
because-
we pissed off JV.
Here we go.
No. I just want to complain about Arena.
Oh my god.
And I accidentally was playing Historic. And some guy played this card against me. Tell me how busted this card is. It's a 3 mana, 1 colorless, red, black. It's one of the Arena only cards. 3/3. It says at the beginning of your end step, you may discard a card. If you do, create a treasure token and choose Ambitious or Expedient. If you choose Ambitious, seek a card with a greater mana value than the discarded card, or if you choose the other one, seek one that has less. So you legit get to tutor any card. Any card. And on top of it, you don't get to see what they get.
Yeah,
When the guy did it to me, I was like, what is he doing? Wait, why don't I get to see the card in his hand?
are we upset about Arena? What's going on here?
Here's the
Yeah, hold
problem.
on.
You were
You
playing
have no
Arena.
reason to be upset because you were the person that chose to play Historic
I
without
accidentally
realizing.
chose
Yes, that's your
Historic.
own fault, bro.
I
It's your
accidentally
own
picked,
fault.
I thought that was the one that was the pseudo Pioneer, and I had a Pioneer
That's
deck
Explorer.
Yeah,
Okay, and then I switched over to Explorer. When I saw someone play that card against me, I was like, what is this garbage? This is an unreal card. This is not a fair card. I hate this game.
yeah. There's a
But you
huge.
don't play Historic.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Alchemy is every 2 years rotation
Yep.
because people care.
Right. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so perfect example of why Alchemy fucking sucks
Yeah.
is right there.
It's because
That
you
is-
don't know how to click on Explorer.
Unreal power level.
It's just I don't want to be the reason this part of this podcast started is
I want to
because
beat a dead horse.
well, the reason why this podcast started is because we all were at a legacy tournament and we're like during the COVID days, and we were all so ecstatic to be with one another, and we're like, dude, we don't talk enough about paper. And we're like, yeah, let's do that, and then that's what we did.
Yeah,
So-
I just wanted to complain because I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing.
That was when we were in Illinois, wasn't it?
No, that was when
like,
we were there was like a dual tournament or whatever. Maybe I don't remember.
I thought it was the Illinois when we stayed at the hotel water park place.
No, that was pre-COVID. It was during COVID that we initiated. So shout out to Arena for letting us be the counterculture.
Yeah,
Thank you,
being
Arena.
awful.
Awful.
Thanks for making all my complaints valid because everybody agrees with me and no one agrees with the Arena team.
The only reason I ever enjoy Arena is when it's 3 a.m. and I'm randomly like, man, I kind of want to draft right now. I have something to open, but then most of the time I play 2 rounds and I'm like, yeah, I'm over this, and then I
Or I'm
close it.
sitting at work and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll play.
Yeah,
I can't even do that. My phone will melt, dude. I load up Arena and my phone, it sounds like a computer, bro. It's like,
Yeah, it's a
like,
jet.
yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, bro.
Why is it melting?
Yeah.
But yeah, so really mad that card existed, and I was like, what is this? Why did I accidentally click on this?
Yeah, it's
MTGA sucks. I hate MTGA. Get
it's,
out of here.
the people that like those things, like the Hearthstone players that like, I like the randomness, I like the wild things that they do, and the spell books. Like, I'm glad you pulled people from another dead card game. Hearthstone.
The funny part is I was like, dang, this card is a real card? Where is this? How is this not in any list? And then it didn't show the card, and I'm like, wait a minute. This has to be an arena-only card. I'm on the wrong play for it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Whatever. It's just we've known that for a while. Why does Arena
wouldn't
suck?
they? No, why wouldn't they just show you the card that the person got if it was higher or lower?
Because
But why?
Seek is not a pick thing. It's a random 3-drop.
No, it's not Seek. Oh, I guess it is Seek.
Yeah, Seek is an ability, a keyword ability that goes and seeks anything. It stares at your deck, it sees all the 3 CMCs, it grabs one at random and puts it there.
Oh, it's
it
at
depends on
random.
Yes.
It depends on how it's worded too, because sometimes it'll look at every card
An elf
in the
card.
client, and yeah, any card in the client that fits the
God.
stipulation.
Yeah, there's
Arena sucks.
there's
Okay,
a lot of it,
enough.
but there's decks that are like seek a 4 CMC thing, and you only have you have a guaranteed 1 4 CMC thing, so you can set up your deck to be perfectly the same draw every time. Anyways,
Dude,
done
Can we
with
talk
that.
about Deathrite Shaman and how it shouldn't be banned?
Yeah, I'm in for that
All
again.
right. Yeah, well, you guys were right. You guys nailed it. You guys had sick arguments last time. Nice. You guys got it.
Not the only argument. I love how he says that's the only
Well,
argument.
that's the
every
only
time.
one he can.
Let me just
say
play the
because-
replay real quick.
That's the only one.
Guys, the removal to discredit anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is any moment you
Oh.
say that plus all the other stuff, he goes, no, you said dies to removal. It's
I'm
over."
sorry. Did you guys not want me to weaponize the only argument you had? Okay. All right. So, I'm probably on the wrong side of this one, but I don't think this card should be
You're
banned.
on the wrong side every time.
Nah,
What is this banned
Tibalt, it's banned in modern.
Oh, because of the
it's
Cascade deck.
Cascarino. Oh wait, no, but that you can't do it anymore, right?
No,
You
you
can.
still can.
It's just
Yeah.
banned because of Cascade.
You cascade into this, and this casts the Emrakul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still busted.
Is it?
But I guess like
Yeah, I think that it's too like. What's better than 2 4/4s, bro? Just an Emrakul, and you get it casts it, so you get the extra turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not guaranteed to hit the Emrakul. You could just hit
Yeah, you
another
are. The
Cascader.
deck literally is built to be just.
I
the
guess, 'cause then you just
Spell,
hit another
Tibalt, and
Cascader.
then yeah.
So you no longer. I think it's a Cascade spell, right? So you can hit a different thing than the Cascade spell or a Tibalt's Trickery, right? Because it's 4, 4, and 4.
If we didn't have, if Ardent Plea was the card, the only Cascader card,
Yeah.
maybe better. You might be able to handle this
You're
card.
only allowed to play.
Because you're
one.
able to do Violent Outburst on their turn, where it shuts off Force of Negation.
Okay.
It makes this card too good.
You only have one
How?
Cascade spell. Though.
How? Like spell
Because
pierces
you
are
just
like,
get an Emrakul
Okay.
and say it's my turn with an Emrakul. I'm attacking.
no, you don't get. You
Because
don't.
it would be at the end of their turn.
Okay, you can. Can we agree that we can counter the Tibalt's Trickery, right? That is a card we can counter, right?
So you're saying it dies to removal?
No,
Yeah.
like spell pierce is like an all-time high, is it not?
No,
Yeah.
agreed. But isn't you have to have it in hand? It's the same as saying you have.
Yeah, they
to have
also have to.
removal
They
spell.
also have to play a deck with 4 Violent Outbursts, 4 Tibalt's Trickery, and 4 Emrakul, and then 48 lands.
Well, no. Why wouldn't you play Ardent Plea? Why wouldn't you play?
Because then you could hit the other ones.
You can't. Yeah, you don't want.
So if you
can't
play
put
Then you
Ardent
just
Plea-
cascade into another Tibalt's Trickery.
Sure, like
Because Ardent Plea and what's it called are on the same mana cost.
so you would essentially go balls deep in every single. You could lose all of it, like all your Tibalt's Trickery, and then miss.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's good.
I don't think it's bad either, though. Like, there's a reason it got banned, like, and it was showing up everywhere.
Right.
Like,
Look, so yeah, but this
you
is
can also
this is
you can
pre-elementals.
also play. You can
yeah, but
also
elementals
play,
don't do anything to this deck.
can
Solitude
play
goes
3
nice Emrakul, have 15 life.
I sure.
That's a huge thing. It's huge.
That's
it's
a
not
removal
nothing.
spell. Your argument is it dies to removal. Then
Well, let's argue with this. Emrakul was not something you could pre-Solitude.
Jace, no, it definitely was. Jace
So-
wants that dude all day.
Okay,
And
so
Oblivion.
you had to have 4. You had to go to turn 4 with a blue deck. You didn't have a counter spell. Come on, bro.
Oblivion Ring.
So they take the extra turn. They attack you. When do you cast the Oblivion Ring?
Well, there's even Oblivion
What?
Rings with Flash.
Okay, I agree with that. That costs mana to have up, right? Then the argument would be like the elementals change it a little bit.
All I'm saying is you
Sure.
also get to play. You also get to play Bloodbraid Elf because it just does more.
No, you can't because
Why?
Tibalt's Trickery will hit it and cast it.
You can't. Like you have to play.
Read the card.
Read the card, please.
You have to
Yes,
have
and
it.
then you know what happens with Tibalt's Trickery? You just run into more of the
You mean
the
if you hit
cascade
Bloodbraid
cards.
Elf?
Yeah.
You just keep cascading.
So you go through all your Tibalt's Trickery, and then there's a world where you can blow it and not hit anything and randomize it.
Yes, that's why it has to be strictly
It's boom,
for
boom, boom.
Cascade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 4/4/4 because you can't risk
And
running out of Tibalt Trickeries.
I mean,
All right, well then it is garbage. That's fine.
so the reason why this is banned, and maybe that's not a power level thing. It was probably prior to that, but it's a negative game experience because your opponent goes. It's like when you play against Bazaar, Baghdad, and Vintage. They mulligan, they mulligan, they mulligan, they mulligan. They see Bazaar, they keep. And this one, it's you mulligan, you mulligan, you mulligan. You keep Violent Outbursts, you keep. no matter what the things are, because you know the other 48 cards in your deck are lands, and you're not going to whiff, right?
And you automatically get the Cascade even if you cast it. And
R-
then
right,
Tibalt's Trickery targets the Cascade spell and then goes off.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, you can play 4 of the Besejus, the ones that make it uncounterable, so you can't deal with the Tibalt's Trickery, but now we're in a Splitter Twin world, right? Is it not?
Isn't this
So
just
you'd
more?
have to
Isn't
pay
this
4
just more
mana.
mainstream though
What?
than Splinter Twin?
Well, I'm saying, like, you have to have it. It's like to guarantee that you're going to get the Tibalt's Trickery off plus the Emrakul getting the extra turn. It's mainly it's probably banned due to a negative game experience of like, oh, I brought my elf deck and my opponent's just gonna mulligan until they have this, and I feel bad. But like, you could just play more griefs and be like, nice Cascade spell, good luck. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
I guess.
I don't like
Right.
Rakdos Scan would just wipe the floor with this deck.
I feel like it's just because it is a hard deck to interact with when it does go off.
It's just annoying.
Like you
It is.
like specifically have to have a counter spell or Solitude. Like otherwise they just cast Emrakul. They
Yeah. I
literally-
mean, you have Odoraur too, like other things like of that nature as well. Like you have things that can bounce. Like we have a little.
Agreed.
Oh, get out of here, cat! You dipshit.
Leeway.
He pressed that button, by the way. He really did. That's kind of wild. He just came up. Hey, Tony, Dad. Boom. I don't know. It's banned
Alright.
for that reason because of
garbage.
the negative experience. I think that's the only reason it's banned because players are
I
just
also
like.
don't think it's worth unbanning.
I think it's
Like
banned.
at the same concept. Like the deck was bad. Like it did not feel good to play against. And this isn't going to make the format any healthier by unbanning it. So why unban it to begin with?
Yeah, fair. I think it's banned for. Yeah,
Not a good reason.
it's banned probably more for Magic Online because you're just able to like mulligan,
Yes.
mulligan because it's easy.
Well, it got banned in best of one like almost right away.
It was because it was just, you got everybody was playing like 1 in 3 games were non games. You're like,
Yeah.
this isn't fun. But what's the? I guess in real life, you would just be annoyed if your opponent mulliganed 6 times against you. Both games 1, 2, and 3. You're like, oh, this is so stupid. But
I mean, isn't that what Neoform does?
yeah, it does.
But Neoform falls apart a lot faster than this deck does.
Neoform needs multiple pieces
Multiple
where you
cards.
just need Violent Outburst or whatever the art of plea if you want to get sassy.
Bad.
Yeah.
You want to be bad.
Yeah. Is there what? Do they have other cards right now that can go and just like exile Emrakul out of your deck? I guess you use Drannith
Yeah, what's it called?
Lone brain, baby.
and then Drannith Magistrate also existed too.
Yeah.
Got answers to this damn card.
What's the white colorless?
Spellpierce.
No, it's the 2 mana card that says if you didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
I guess this casts, doesn't it?
What?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, the
You were talking about
Containment
Containment
Priest.
Priest.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you have
Containment Priest.
Drannith Magistrate. You're like Drannith Magistrate. They're like, all right, good game. I'll scoop this up.
Yeah, you can't play that from
Have
exile.
fun. Yeah. I don't know. And now we got White Remand coming in Lord of the Rings. You're like, put that Emrakul back to your hand. I'll draw a card.
White remand.
It doesn't counter the white one, does it? It's pretty nice.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's cute.
It's good though.
Well, you can pitch it to Solitude.
I think this
so
card
I'm not-
is an underplayed card in EDH, by the way.
Yeah, everybody should play this card.
It's just your second Chaos Warp.
It's
Yeah.
better. It's better.
Yep.
I have fun with this card, and I love when I go I cast this card, like, good job, Dickface. He put a 10/10 in play. Like, okay, well, you
Like,
know.
Cool, I guess we lost. Let's go to
No.
the next one.
That's what I just respond with.
You hit the button.
I've casted this card on my own spell before to mess up someone's Vampiric Tutor.
Oh, dude, this card's fun.
Or not mine, but I casted on their spell. Yeah, because they went Vampiric something else.
Is the choose 1, 2, or 3 at random? Just was that necessary for this card to be stapled onto here?
It's to avoid you stacking the top of your deck.
Oh, so but if I randomly choose 1 and then get lucky with Sensei's Divining Top, it just put it 3.
That's why Sensei's Divining Top is banned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, when I'm talking Commander, that's where we would play this.
Oh, and Commander. I don't even think Sensei's Divining Top would matter because you can't interact after you mill.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to know you'd have to hope you guess the right number.
You get a 33% chance of failure when you hit 3.
Yeah.
You just always put it in the 3 slot.
Yeah.
All right. Fair point. All right. This card's probably not worthy of a ban. I was wrong. All right. That's it for the show, guys. Jeff, I want to hear your jokes. Let's get them going. Jeff's jokes. Josh, I need themes for him. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it's probably going to be a lot of just playing this.
So, why does John Avon suck at Magic? He only draws lands.
That's a
That's a good one.
Why is there no milk on Bant?
Milk?
What?
Yeah,
Milk?
why is there no
Hold on.
milk
Before,
on
okay, I'll let
I not me.
I'm all, let him finish the joke.
Bant? They're
And then
lactose intolerant.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. But can we just get hit real quick? Milk, huh?
Milk.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
Canadian?
Milk.
No, I said it properly.
Are you sure?
No, you did.
We have the
Yeah,
recording.
MILK, milk.
Milk.
Milk. Yeah, why does the
don't
band not
care.
have any milk in it?
I'll say it however I want to say it. You can't stop me.
All right, this is real quick. Chips Ahoy or Oreo?
Chips Ahoy.
Oreo.
Oreo.
Oreo by a lot.
Chips
Chips
Ahoy.
always sucks.
I had Chips Ahoy recently, and I did taste this at
Bad.
work, and all but
The
2 people.
chewy ones are good.
The little ones are fine.
So we had a fire the other night, and I had
Nice.
saw on Facebook where someone made s'mores using those Keebler elf cookies, the ones that have the fudge drizzled on them. Yes, those ones. Amazing, bro! Holy cow! Like that was great. So we
Like
tried
those
with other
cookies.
cookies,
I like
and
And then
I
you burned your house down.
no, we got Chips Ahoy like the double stuff, like where they have like extra chocolate chips.
Double
and that
chunky,
was
yeah.
really good. Yeah, that was really good for s'mores.
Nice.
I think my problem with s'mores is the
All right.
marshmallow.
See,
What
I
other
do it right,
jokes you
man.
got for me, bud?
You don't burn. Those were the only 2 I had ready.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You don't burn it. Obviously, like I don't understand why people stick it in the flame and they're like, "It's on fire, it's done." Like,
lack
no,
of
that's terrible.
patience.
Yeah.
I will
Inability.
sit there for like 5 to 10 minutes, man.
Making it
like,
nice and
slowly turn
gold.
it,
Yeah.
and like you touch it, and like the entire inside's melted. That's perfect.
Every year on 4th of July, we have a contest and where we all, our family gets together and we roast marshmallows, and the uncle's the judge. He makes the decision of who's got the best marshmallow. And 3 of the people always try the hardest, and they always burn it, and they just immediately just get upset. Just
Get upset.
because they
Man.
well, I'm also chirping. Like, I'm like, are you too close to the flame? Oh, you got to get closer if you want to be more gold. I'm just sitting there just like as far away as possible.
Who
Just
would have
watching
guessed?
people.
Tony playing the antagonist.
Of
I would have
course.
never seen it.
Got him.
Well, I do this. It's fun because it's with children. It's like they're 10 and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's too close.
Well, that's a way better.
It's like, because with an adult's like, I don't care. I'm like, oh, this is
You said uncle. I thought you meant your uncle, but now I realize you're saying you.
Yes.
You are
Yeah,
the judge.
Yes.
He's the old uncle.
Took me a second.
Uncle T just ruining everybody's day.
By the
That's
way,
way better.
Josh,
You gotta get closer, kid, if you want to win.
I was about to say, on top of that, you're also the judge, so they have to listen to you. So it's way better.
And they're like, oh, you burned it. And they're like, can I have another try? It's like, oh, we're all out of marshmallows as I dump the rest of the bag in the flames. You got
Josh.
one chance.
that dragon was Hellkite Tyrant.
Love that card.
Ah.
Big, fat cards. Josh, hit us. Get us out of here.
There is nothing done in rap that isn't done better in another genre. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
I was about to say,
Terrible
air horn is only good in rap.
Did they do air horn or vaporwave? Anybody want to come in the after show?
No, you can like get away with it like EDM or whatever.
Rap
I
is just,
can
I don't
shut
know.
down
I've
these like
lost
12
my-
streams I got going.
But like, I don't know,
I've
rap
lost
does
my
air
taste
horns
for
good.
Rap is bad now.
It's bad now.
Nah, it's
I
more in your
respect
feelings
that
than
you
anything.
have.
You
I
just
respect
don't
that you
like.
have an opinion.
You just don't like SoundCloud rappers. Come on.
This
I don't
coming
like
from the
mobile
dude
rap.
that listens to music that sounds like someone's just scraping xylophones together.
Yeah, EDM, dude. Seriously.
You want to talk about not good?
Yeah. I think I like the idea of gangster rap, but I don't relate to it in any way.
it doesn't exist.
I don't listen to
anymore.
that kind of rap anymore, really.
It doesn't exist anymore. It died in the 90s.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It
like,
still does.
I mean, there
You
was
just
a bit
don't
of it in
listen
the
to it.
2000s
Yeah.
too.
well,
And like Run the Jewels even went soft, and that was like the last bit of dying gangster rap.
you got to make money, dude. That's really what it comes down to. If you're not selling concerts to white kids that want to talk about their emotions, you're not making money.
He's right.
That's why Tony loves Blink 182 so much.
Oh,
Oh,
they don't
my
rap,
God,
but
man.
I did like Juice World. He was awesome, but you know,
I am coming around on Juice World. He was better than like Lil Yachty.
yeah, for sure.
That's not real rap though. Like you can't say like rap's bad and then use Lil Yachty as like your comparison.
He's a rapper.
Like,
He's
no.
he's
He
an-
was
very
like a flash in the
similar
pan,
style.
bro.
He's
he was
a-
good for like a CD, and
he's-
then everybody stopped listening
Skrillex
to
made
him.
his new album.
yeah, I mean, he's a genre rapper, right? Like
He
in
goes
this,
by the name Little Boat. Like how intimidating is
that's
that?
dude, that's
Skrillex
Choo
also
Choo.
made
What's up?
Beyonce's album. So Beyonce is actually Skrillex.
Is that the new
Just in
meme?
case you didn't know.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
And Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Ta-ta-ta,
I'm not gonna lie. Like I connect
Like
more with
Lizzo.
the today's rap, but like they're like don't get me wrong, like I'm mumble rap sucks. It's like yeah, it does when it's just like super lazy. Like, but I connect more with like it today because gangster rap. Like when I was 11, I didn't know anything about like going on the street and killing people for rock. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I could see it.
It just sounded cool back then. It was like
Oh, agreed. And like it was like a lot of cursing, which like when you're a kid, like especially
yeah.
before the internet was super
You're like,
popular.
yeah, edgy.
Yeah.
I told my mom that the parental advisory like was for the kids. Like they bought that so I don't hear the swears. So I got a lot of parental
So you've
advisory.
been conning people your whole life.
It's just I told this to my wife recently. So like at a young age, I realized I think it was exactly third or fourth grade that like adults didn't have any power over me, like that weren't my parents, like just because they couldn't. There was like no like, and this is, you know, we're at the time I didn't realize we were in an era of like softness. So like teachers would be like, "Did you sign your?" And this is a flashback to JB. You'll know your Hoover Pride, because I would just sign it. Like they would give me a Hoover Pride and tell me I had to go home and have my mom sign it. I would just fake sign it, like, "Did you sign it?" I was like, "No." Like, "That's your handwriting." I was like, "No, me and my mom have the same handwriting." And they're like, "We're gonna call your mom." I'm like, "Go ahead." She's at work. She's not gonna answer. I'm like, "We're gonna call her." I'm like, "Please do." And like after that, they were just like, because every other kid would like scour and feel like, "Oh no, don't." I would just like, and then after like it worked. I did it one time. It worked. I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. From there, like, just like you have nothing you can hold over me ever. Like, and it's just like, you know,
need terror.
I've gotten very lucky to like not run into an adult that would be willing to punch a kid in the face. But like, I also love skating, so I was like all about that like skating culture of like, "Fuck you, man. You're not doing shit to me. You're just a pussy ass security guard. You'll lose your job if you touch me." like, and it was just immediate, like from like
Take me
a
to the punk world.
I remember when I was younger, this kid that lived in our apartment building, my mom was at work, and I was used to babysit my sister, and I was like 10 years old, and this kid was like 7, and we were playing with the football outside, and I threw it too hard and hit him in the face, and I got scared because he was crying, so I ran. And his dad like found me and threw a football at my face. And I remember my mom came, dude, I'm not shitting you. My mom came home and beat the hell out of this dude in the hallway.
That's a wild thing to do. Like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, kid,
It was like, you hit my son.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
I'm a full strength adult. Let me break every bone.
That's
Oh,
when
yeah.
I realized, like, all right, so as long as it's not my parents, yeah.
Like, you really can't do
You're gonna
anything
get
to
in
you.
trouble.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, just a lot of like now, like looking back on it, like obviously hindsight's 2020, but like looking back on it, like a lot of adults are just meek people. They don't want to do.
I don't want
anything.
confrontation.
They just avoid it. So like, even if you're like 13, and I'm like, I'm gonna fart on your car. They're just like,
Like, oh man, come on,
like, don't, you're like,
come on.
take that ass at. Just like, just ruining their day because like they're in front of their like girlfriend and they're like, I can't do anything about this. Yeah, that's right. I farted on your car. Like, I never tried to like. Well,